On Monday, we said our emotional goodbyes to Mohamed Salah and Andy Robertson. It was the end of a legendary era. But today, the sentiment stops. Because behind the tears and the guards of honor lies a brutal, cold tactical reality that Arne Slot can no longer ignore ahead of the 2026-27 season. This season, Liverpool conceded 52 goals in the Premier League. Let that sink in. For a club that secured a fifth place finish and crawled back into Champions League football, 52 goals conceded is the heaviest defensive leaks we've seen in a 38 game campaign in years. For the past 12 months, Slot has been able to lean on the individual brilliance of a transitional squad. When our defense broke down, individual recovery runs masked the cracks. When our high press was bypassed, individual moments of magic saved us. But with the old guard officially gone, the safety blanket has been ripped away. Slot can no longer hide behind individual profiles. This summer requires a complete, fundamental, structural redesign of Liverpool's transition defense. And today we are getting out the tactical board to show exactly why our 4-2-3-1 collapsed into chaos during counter-attacks this year. Why our midfield double pivot was constantly left hung out to dry. And the exact asymmetric blueprint Slot must deploy next season if he wants to turn this squad back into title contenders. If you're ready for a proper, unfiltered tactical breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Red Tactics, and let's get to work. To fix the future, we have to diagnose the failure. Why did a team boasting some of the most expensive and creative talent in Europe look so incredibly fragile the moment they lost the ball? The issue isn't the quality of the players. It is the structural spacing of Slot's 4-2-3-1 base system. Let's look at how we built up from the back this season. When Liverpool are in sustained possession, Slot likes a patient build-up. But as the season progressed, opposing managers figured out the exploit. They stopped trying to outpossess us and started playing for the mid-block trap. Because we heavily relied on attacking width, our fullbacks pushed high into advanced areas. This left Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberg completely isolated in the central domain. Now, when the opposition triggered a high press or hit long balls to bypass our front line, our double pivot was forced to cover a ridiculous amount of horizontal space. McAllister is an elite structural footballer, but he doesn't possess the raw recovery pace to chase down direct transitions when left entirely exposed. And Gravenberg is exceptional with the ball at his feet. But when he drives forward to join the attack, the structural rest defense behind him completely disintegrated. Nearly 40% of the high quality chances we conceded this season came from central turnovers where our midfield pivot was simply outnumbered on the counter attack. We were playing a system designed for control, but producing absolute transition chaos. Now, add the departure of Andy Robertson into the equation. For years, Robbo's engine was a genetic anomaly. Even when the tactical spacing was wrong, his relentless energy allowed him to track back 70 yards and bail out the left-sided central back position. Without that profile, trying to play a traditional overlapping system on the left flank next season is tactical suicide. Look, replacing Robertson isn't about another player who runs hard. It's about changing the profile of the position entirely. This is where Arne Slot 2.0 has to evolve. We need to completely discard the symmetrical fullback look and transition into an asymmetric 3-box-3 or a 3-2-4-1, that build-up shape in possession. Look at how this solves our fatal flaw. By introducing and inverting fullback into the midfield base during the build-up, we form a robust, compact box. Instead of McAllister or Gravenberch being left alone to stop a roaring counter-attack, we now have numerical superiority of 4 players occupying the central zones. If we lose the ball in the final third, the distances our midfielders have to travel to choke out the counter-attack is cut in half. This structure gives Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate the defensive coverage they desperately lacked this year. You know, stopping teams from isolating our center backs, in brutal one-on-one situations. But here's the beautiful paradox of fixing the defense. It's also the only way to completely unlock our 400 million pound attack. This season, our attack frequently felt rigid and predictable and heavily disconnected. You might ask why. Because our creative engines were constantly dropping 20 yards too deep just to help a struggling midfield progress the ball. And when you have a secure 4-man central block handling the rest defense and recycling possession, you completely liberate your front line. Florian Wirtz now no longer has to track back into his own half. He can stay pinned in that dangerous right half spaces where he destroyed teams at Leverkusen. Alexander Isak doesn't have to wander out wide hunting for touches. He can stay central, occupying the position centre backs and operating as a devastating focal point. And think about Jeremy Frimpong. He can finally use that explosive pace in high line isolation rather than getting caught in a defensive identity crisis at right back. Fixing the transition defense isn't just about stopping goals from going into our net. It's about creating a tactical platform that allows our most expensive assets to do what they do best. Kill off football matches with ruthlessness. The era of individual sentiment is officially over at Anfield. Arne Slot has the platform. He has the elite talent, and with Champions League football secured, he has the backing. But the 52-goal defensive leak has to be plugged immediately. But I want to hear from you, the Red Tactics community. Do you agree that Slot needs to abandon the traditional overlapping fullback system and move to a permanent inverted box midfield to protect our centre? Or do you think our defensive problems require serious surgery in the transfer market for a true world-class number 6? Get your tactical breakdowns in the comments below. I'll be down there replying to the best threads throughout the day. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Subscribe for Friday's content, and I'll see you right here at the drawing board. Walk on.